The first half of this video on using old tech is how I brought an old tablet back into use as an arrival and departure board. Here we are, about to start a new running session beginning from sequence 1. The fiddle yard has already been set up with the stock in the correct positions. I had a little bit of fun designing the home screen. Each sequence was designed as a slide on a PowerPoint, with the slideshow exported as a PDF file. That was then imported into this old and previously unloved tablet, fixed to the wall with command strips, and easily within reach. Here's a screenshot of the first sequence. From the left we can see which fiddle yard track the train is working from and returning to. Then there is the description of the train, whether it is mixed, as in this case, or goods or passenger. Next is the loco designated for the train, followed by what the train consists of. Finally, because I tend to forget, there is a detailed description of the movements involved after the train arrives at the station, ready for its return journey, and any movements required when it gets back to the fiddle yard. So back to the tablet, and as each sequence is completed, a scroll up brings up the next sequence, and so on. I found having the sequence on the tablet far better than the laminated printed sheet I had previously. That was always getting misplaced, it was impossible to change without redoing the whole thing, and the tablet is out of the way on the wall. It's rare for me to go through all 7 sequences in a session, so when I come back to the railway and turn the tablet back on, is where I left off, so there's continuity. So now we move to the second half of this video, using old tech on Maltley, and how to get ambient background sounds. The layout uses analog DC for operation, so I don't have sound on the locos, but by using an old disused smartphone as a music player, coupled by Bluetooth to an even older speaker positioned behind the layout, I can hear an atmospheric ambient soundtrack while operating the layout. I started by searching YouTube for, quote, ambient village sounds, unquote. There's a lot to choose from, but by careful selection I narrowed it down to one that had most of what I wanted without a background rumble. That would have been difficult to edit out. A clean recording is far better in the first place. I also found a track for people having conversations, maybe standing on a station platform, and to complete the mix, recordings of a cow and church bells. I used DaVinci Resolve for putting these videos together, but DaVinci Resolve also contains an excellent sound editor, and that's where I started. The first task was to lay in the main track, which I named Country Ambience. I edited it down to a section I found that I liked, approximately a minute long, and then duplicated it to form a 2-minute track. The tracks for the church bells and cows were added, spaced a little way apart, and then the platform sounds, trimmed to the same overall length. A further 2 sections of country ambience were then added to form 4 minutes of audio, and volume levels between tracks and overall were then adjusted to get the desired effect. The tracks, as a group, were then duplicated repeatedly to form a track about an hour long, and this was exported as a WAV file. Having created the sound file, it just remained to install it on the phone and create a shortcut to it on the home page. I'll let the video play out to the sounds of a hot summer afternoon near Maltley Station.